The loneliness of a safe relationship, a quietude story. There is a specific kind of silence that only exists in a house where two people have stopped being curious about each other. It's not the sharp, jagged silence that follows a screaming match. It is the silence of fine. It is the sound of two people who have successfully navigated the chaos of life only to realize they have become, for all intents and purposes, a pair of highly functional roommates who share a Netflix membership and a deep, unspoken agreement about which way the fork should face in the dishwasher. You're living in a safe relationship. On paper, it is a triumph. There are no stomach-churning uncertainty about where you stand. You've achieved the holy grail of modern adulthood, predictability. You are a we. You're a reliable unit that shows up to weddings and hosts a decent brunch where the biggest drama is whether the avocados are ripe. You've built a fortress of stability brick by brick, and you've finally managed to lock the chaos outside. The problem with a fortress, however, is that it can start to feel like a very comfortable waiting room. 10 years in, the map is finished. You know exactly how they take their coffee, and you know exactly which anecdote they're going to tell at dinner before they even clear their throat. You've heard the story about their third-grade teacher so many times you could probably testify as a witness to it. You know the precise way they'll sigh when they're annoyed, a sound that has the frequency of a tired radiator, and you know exactly which drawer they keep the spare light bulbs in. There is a profound, hilarious loneliness in being known but not seen. You've become a piece of the furniture in their life, reliable, comfortable, and utterly invisible. You are the sofa they sit on every night. They would certainly notice if you were gone, but they don't exactly marvel at your craftsmanship anymore. You're a utility. You're the person who remembers the password for the Wi-Fi, and the only person who knows that the check engine light has been on since the Obama administration, but doesn't actually mean anything. You look across the dinner table, past the bowl of pasta and the familiar curve of their shoulder, and you feel a sudden, terrifying surge of nostalgia for a version of yourself you haven't seen in years. You miss the version of you that was a little bit mysterious. You miss the version of you that didn't have to announce when they were going to the pharmacy. You realize that you've traded the fire of a new romance for the lukewarm safety of logistics. You spend your evenings discussing the merits of a new vacuum cleaner with the same intensity you once used to discuss the meaning of life. And yet there is a secret at the bottom of this boredom. Think about the sheer, exhausting theatre of the world outside this house. Out there, you have to be on. You have to be impressive. You have to navigate the dating apps, which are essentially digital meat markets where people treat human souls like they're browsing for a new pair of sneakers. Out there, the silence is cold and hungry. Out there, nobody knows which drawer you keep the light bulbs in, and nobody cares if you make it home. There's a quiet, radical dignity in being someone's boring person. It means you have found the one human being on this planet who has seen you at your absolute worst. With the flu in your oldest sweatpants, mid-existential crisis over a Tuesday afternoon, and decided that you were still the person they wanted to watch a documentary about fungi with. To be furniture is, in a way, the ultimate compliment. It means you are part of the architecture of their piece. You're the floor they walk on. You're the roof that doesn't leak. You're the person they don't have to perform for, which is a luxury that most people spend their entire lives searching for and never find. The fact that you can sit in total, unglamorous silence together is not a sign that the love has died. It's a sign that the war is over. You won. So, yes, the spark might not be a forest fire anymore. It's more like a pilot light, small, steady, and capable of keeping the house warm while the world outside freezes over. You don't need to be new to be necessary. You don't need to be a mystery to be a miracle. You just need to be the person who stays. You look across the room and see them. This familiar, predictable, slightly annoying, deeply beloved stranger. And you realize that while you were busy mourning the excitement of the past, you were actually standing in the middle of a sanctuary. The air in the room has settled. The clocks are ticking, and the world is moving on without needing anything from you. You can let go of the handle now. You're home.